When you start to cancel your honeymoon plans because of because of a pregnancy, that's when you were really starting to make those lifestyle modifications and compromises,
Yeah,
right?
again, quit drinking. She had to quit drinking. And for me,
You make a
I
compromise.
had to, I had to quit smoking, man. I smoked for a long time. I smoked since I'm 16. My mother died of lung cancer. It's embarrassing that I smoked or that I picked it up. And then once I did, I could never put it down. And it was definitely to a point in time that I had to quit. And I didn't know how I was going to do that because I've tried many times in the past and I just never had any success. But when this is actually rewind a little bit earlier, before any of this, my wife and I went out to dinner with a friend of hers and her son. And he had told me about this guy in Santa Monica that used hypnotherapy, Kerry Gaynor. And again, I put that in the memory bank. And then when it was time to quit, I did some research, and apparently, like, he's, this guru to the stars that helps a lot of people quit. And I went and we did hypnotherapy, man. And fucking I was done, dude. I haven't smoked since, and I'll never smoke again for the rest of my life, no matter what. Like I'll never smoke cigarettes again. And you smoke cigarettes, and I fucking hate it.
So when you went to hypnosis, you came back and I said, what did he do? What did he say? And you practiced mantras that you were to repeat to yourself multiple times a day.
Well, no, it's 3 sessions. He tells you after the second session that you'll never smoke again, that's it. But after the first session for me, because again, we're going to try and have a baby, I don't know what it was, but after that first session, the next day when I woke up in the morning, I knew I was never going to smoke again. That was it. And from that day, it didn't take the second session. From that day forward, I've never smoked again, and I'll never smoke again. And it really, like, the dude I worked with at the time, and we would do with the interlocks, the ignition interlocks for blow and drive. They smoked like 3 packs of cigarettes a day, dude. So I had it in my face, I had it around me, and for people out there, I was so convinced. Like, he sells DVDs that you could do it too. So if you can't get to him, that you could do DVDs, or there's like computer programs. I bought the program for
a lot of your friends.
Yeah, anybody I knew that I cared about in my life that smoked. I bought them the program because, again, he saved my life. You know what I mean? Like, I firmly believe that. Especially I have high blood pressure. Smoking, it's not just cancer that'll kill you. It's all the other things too, dude. It's not, so I firmly believe that saved my life. So I wanted to do that for my friends. And, there's a few of them still today that still haven't. So I'm not, he doesn't pay me to endorse the product. I'm not speaking. I can only speak to my experience. And I was able to sit down face to face. So, maybe that's different. But of the people I all bought the product for or his thing for, 3 of them today, right now, have quit smoking forever. But I bought it for like 10 people, and the rest of them all went back.
Some of your friends actually said, I don't want to quit smoking, so I don't want to take this DVD and try it because I'm not serious about quitting.
That's also the other,
thing. You have to want it.
That's the other variable in the equation, that you have to really, really be at a point in your life that you want to smoke, or I should say want to quit smoking, and you just don't feel like you have the strength, the willpower, whatever, but you really have
the
to
desire.
You have to be at a point that you want to do it. I can't make you want to do it. And you're right. The ones that went back, because everybody quit. Everybody quit for a period of time. Just, the other 7 went back. And it might have been a month, might have been 4 months. But those people that all went back were, like you said, were people that I made do it.
How many packs a day did you smoke during baseball?
A pack and a half to 2.
Especially when you were playing sports, when you were watching sports,
for sure,
you would smoke.
And again, at work, the guys that I worked with, smoked chain smoke. So yeah, go down. All right, let's go have a cigarette. you know, and even if you're not going for every one of their cigarettes, you're going for a few of them, you know, a few more than you would. And then, like you said, on a Sunday, sitting there watching football, I could smoke all fucking day, dude. Watching the Met game, straight in the game.
Yeah, Met games are on more often than a football game.
You're right. And
I remember
the high points or the stress point situation in the game, or if we're going and we're gonna meet people for the first time, and I'm not real comfortable with that type of stuff. I'm gonna go out and smoke a cigarette. Again, my wedding, dude, I spent half that fucking night out having cigarettes. And it wasn't like, oh, John's here, let's go smoke a cigarette with him. Oh, such and such is here. I was doing it myself, dude. Like I was going by myself to go smoke a cigarette. It wasn't a social thing. You know what I mean? And it's something I really regretted, and I still regret to this day. So, I know this might be a little bit of a drag, but it's important. My mom's birthday's this month. She died of lung cancer. I should have never picked up a cigarette in my life. So if I can make someone out there want to quit or not want to pick a cigarette up, I would love to be able to. If I could do two things in my life or be known for two things, it would be anti-smoking and giving books to kids. So it's important to me. That's why I fucking hate that you smoke. Well, it is what it is.
Let's be clear.
Let's be clear. You smoke.
Let's be clear.
You smoke.
Okay. Let's be clear.
You smoke.
Okay. First of all, I am a dilly-dallier. Okay. I dilly-dally in Capri cigarettes, which are practically invisible.
Sure.
And secondly,
it gives you
I don't smoke. I don't smoke a pack and a half a day.
No, but you smoke enough. You don't.
I probably okay, you guys. So before we jump on to me, let's stay finishing our thought. Okay. I remember this point in our life because you were like the anxiety that was attached to the habit was something that lived in your world. Like the reason why quitting smoking is so important, it's not just because it's going to save your life, but also because you were using it as a crutch,
Sure.
And that's one of the great eliminations that we can make in our life that's why you're better now. 'Cause I used to never be able to talk. I never tried to talk you into it. I never tried to force you to quit anything because I knew I couldn't. But I know
those are decisions someone has to make for themselves. It's not ever, it's drinking alcohol, doing drugs, any of that shit. It's on you first. No one else can make you do it. You know? And sometimes it has the adverse effect when people keep telling you, I'm that type, dude. When you keep telling me shit, I'm going to go the other way, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's how I am. I don't need to hear you, bro. I'll do it myself, So it works. It's not the way to approach me on something like that.
So, and I didn't.
Yeah, no.
I didn't.
No.
But,
But you smoke. So it's not really, you know what I mean? It would be hypocritical. You can't really, it's like.
Yeah, you can tell somebody.
But you didn't smoke that's more of you smoked when we first met and then you stopped.
Right.
I think you stopped because of me, because of how much I smoked.
Right.
Like I smoked a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like the house stinks, this stinks, whatever. You know what I mean? So she didn't smoke for a long time, and obviously we're about to have a baby. She's not smoking. The smoking again for her is really a newer thing in the last year or so. But
well, that's the thing. Like when you tell people, like, well, because you smoke, like I didn't smoke my whole life, so no. I'll pick up a Capri, which is a super skinny cigarette, and then I'll drop it. It doesn't really compare.
Vida will tell you it's a good cigarette. No, this is good cigarette. It's good. It's light.
But I'm not someone like you who's been smoking a pack and a half of Marlboros since he was 16 years old.
Newports for 20 years, and then Marlboro. Yeah, bro. No bueno, dude. No bueno. So if you're out there and you're someone that wants to quit, needs to quit, or doesn't know how to quit. I got the guy that helped me, and maybe he can help you. And
Dr. Carrie Gaynor.
Yeah, there was no withdrawals, no irritability. There was none of that other side effects that you like. Because I've done it all too. Don't get it twisted. I've done the fucking patch, did nothing. Took Wellbutrin, nothing.
Wellbutrin?
Yeah, bro, and that shit made you like, whoop, whoop. There shit came out later about that they like, it was no good. You know what I mean? But I took that. I was like one of the first people taking it. And it made me fucking batshit.
I think you guys who don't know, I think Wellbutrin is a serotonin uptake inhibitor. Those are called SITs or something.
Whatever the fuck it was.
Serotonin uptake inhibitor.
It made me really, really on edge, bro. It was like, it made me really fucking antsy and on edge. And I've tried the cold turkey. I've tried all of it. And this was the only guy that I've ever had success with. And, like I said, I will never smoke. And that's part of the hypnosis. Like if his name comes up, I say that every time. I will never smoke again for the rest of my life, no matter what. So I know I'm still under it, but whatever, man, it works for me, bro.
I want you to recite the mantra.
That's it. I will never smoke again for the rest of my life, no matter what.
As long as I live.
No, I will never smoke again for the rest of my life, no matter what. That's it. But anytime his name comes up, bro, it's a fucking trigger, and I say it. And it's the truth.
And
I will never.
What else did you say in the beginning?
That was it. That's the only
mantras.
one. No, that was the only one. But it made me believe in mantras. It made me believe in, oh shit, that's what took me down the path that I've gone down literally since then, with the Napoleon Hill and, manifestation and a lot of the shit that I now incorporate into my daily life started with that because I realized, oh shit, you could do that. You could just open your mind up and put a little something in there and it can change the way you think. And if you change the way you think, it change your thought pattern and to change the way you do certain things, Again, man, like I said, that saved my life in a lot of respects because cigarettes, I know would have killed me.
Yeah. All I can say is as my husband, it was really nice to see you be like, I'm gonna fix this.
Well, I had to, man. Like I said, we're going to have a baby. One of the reasons that I smoked didn't really care because it just never really felt like it was anything that was going to be beyond me. And no offense, even marrying my wife at this point in time, it's going to be us until it's not us. You know what I mean? Until it's death do us part, But when you have the kid.
Till the dirt.
Yes. But when you have the kid, it's like, oh shit, now you really got to think about that kid, dude. Going through life without parents sucks. I've been there. And you being a single mom would be real difficult. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it was something that was man-made or brought on by myself. That if I heard that I had heart disease or fucking cancer because I smoked cigarettes and left my kid an orphan, it just, that wasn't going to work for me. So you had already taken the steps you need or began to. You had quit drinking. You had done the surgery for the polyps and, I just wanted to also say, listen, because there's only so much I could do. You know what I mean? There's only so much. I could show up for the fucking appointments. I could jerk off in the cup. I could, all right, this is me also showing you. I'm good. I'm with you, kid. Smoking's done.
So do you think that's what it was? Because me and you we were a wild ass couple. Yeah. And I think that one of the major shifts where people look at us now and they go, how did you guys were the craziest people we knew. Like you guys had this crazy life with like just the lifestyle of how, we were fun, fucking around, traveling,
a lot of alcohol,
having a good time.
Yeah. Just
living our best life. And like, when did we become these regimented, sober, non-smoking?
Well, we wanted to have a kid, man.
And so that
and at our age,
my point is that is a major turning point where you and I did live our lives selfishly and recklessly for a really long time, and we did whatever the fuck we wanted. And then when we decided that, whoa, you guys, it's time for us to grow up. The doctor is telling us we're getting ready to do an embryo transfer. We're going to cancel. There might have been like a couple of years prior to that where we would not have canceled our honeymoon. We were going to take that honeymoon.
Definitely.
Now we were like, no, we get it.
Yeah.
Something clicked inside of us and we decided that we were going to take important steps towards being more responsible, more grounded, more accountable, and showing each other like, hey, we love each other. We're two wild people that met on Tinder, and now we're like serious about our future. And the best thing that I could have done for your future was to give you a boy. And the best thing you could have done for me is to quit smoking cigarettes so you could be around for us.
Yeah, yeah. And this week we asked questions. We asked you guys for your questions and your stories about smoking. We have a few.
Yeah,
out
we
there.
got some DMs.
We have at getnails_by Jen. So I assume she's does manicures, right? Get Nails by Jen. I hope you don't do pedicures because you don't want to get my wife one. But how long is it safe to wear the strong week 1 patches? Stepping down doesn't work. Yeah, man, I don't like the fucking patch at all, dude. I just got to be honest with you. I really didn't like the way it made me feel. It bothered my stomach felt like shit. Made me real irritable, made me real grouchy. So I can't speak to it. Get Nails by Jen. All I can say is that I'm rooting for you, and if there's anything I could, any advice I have, or if you want to know, if you want me to put you in touch with Kerry Gaynor, I could do that. But beyond that, I just really hope you quit, and I hope that you find something that works for you, because it's a shitty habit.
I know that Layla uses the patch and that sometimes she still smokes. So then she's like, that's really bad to smoke a cigarette with the patch on, because the patch is like giving you nicotine.
Yeah.
So you really can't do that.
One of my friends smoked. He smoked 2 packs a day. Then he got the patch and he smoked a pack, and he thought like he was ahead of the game. I'm like, yo, bro, no.
No.
Yeah, man, no, it's no good.
You know what I think? I think since I don't have cigarette addiction, but I have other addictions like food or whatever, I think that one thing that's worked for a lot of people is by delaying. Like the thought in Alcoholics Anonymous is 1 day at a time. It's like, don't have one now, especially if you're at work and you love to take that.
I've tried that too. The reward, I'm going to put it off.
Don't have one now.
Don't work.
That's not true. It works for people.
Don't work.
Tommy.
Don't work. For me, it didn't work.
I'm telling you, one thing I know that has worked for my friends is delaying the craving.
Okay.
Like, don't have it now. Wait until tonight. If you ordinarily think you'll have something by 10 a.m., tell yourself, you know what? I think I want it right now. I probably do, but I'm going to put it off.
It's difficult with smoking, because if you smoke, it's an all-day thing. It's something that you're doing. Like, if you have that cup of coffee in the morning and you have a cigarette, and now you're not gonna, it's to say, all right, woo, I didn't do it. Okay, cool. But you still got that full day in front of you. So now, you're not gonna have one at lunch. You're not gonna have one. It's tough to do, man. And I sympathize with people.
I think that you should let me make my point, because it's gonna actually help people rather than being a naysayer.
Go ahead.
What I know has helped people is delaying the habit. So if you're holding in your head, like, today I want to smoke less, that too is a great goal. There are people that will say, instead of smoking a pack of cigarettes, I will, taper off and quit that way. Or I'll
switch my brand. I'll go to a lighter cigarette. I'll go to,
I've
done all this shit. I've done all of it.
No, what I'm saying you could do is, what I'm saying I've done is
I'll smoke cigars.
I've delayed. No, what I'm saying I've done, and I have heard has been successful in people, is if you say, I want something right now. Let's say it's a Coca-Cola, okay? And you say, you know what though? Not right now. How about tonight when I get home? How about after work? And if you can tell yourself, you know what? Let me just get through the morning. Let me get through the day, and I'll reward myself tonight. By the time tonight comes, you might say, I got through the day without that Coca-Cola or that cigarette or whatever, because we all have vices. Delaying the what's the word? It's not the delayed gratification and your impulses when you have a craving. Delaying the craving for something is trying to unlearn a bad habit and learning a new habit. So it takes willpower, it takes desire, but still, if you do that for yourself, then you'll be proud of yourself by the end of that day. And you'll say, hey man, if I could make it through this first, I said no to myself and I listened, then that might work for me again. That's what I'm saying is a great thing, a great thing to do in the interim. And that goes with food too. You know, like for instance, like when I started to want to cut back on drinks, I would be like, you know what? I want to have that glass of wine, but I'm not going to because I said no wine. Then people say nothing until 7 p.m., nothing until a certain hour of the day. So you work all day long. And then all of a sudden you look back on your day and you say, I went all day long without, you know, crackers or potato chips or, you know, anything that you're trying to cut back on that's not good for you. It could be sugar.
Our next question is from Nira K. Dill. I'm a mom of 2 kids and I want to quit because my family hates it so much, but I can't seem to find the will to do it. What's wrong with me? I don't think anything's wrong with you. I just think
there is nothing wrong with you.
You know, it sucks. It's a tough habit, man. It's a tough habit to break, but you should do it for your kids, dude.
So yeah. So if you
got 2 kids, man.
My thing is, if you have 2 children and your family hates it, then it's probably causing anxiety for you too.
Yeah, but it's probably a stress reliever because that's one of the reasons people continue to smoke. You can say whatever the fuck you want, but it does relieve your stress when you are stressed out.
It's not literally relieving your stress, though.
It could be, yes. It
it's
could be all in your head.
physically making you worse.
It could be all in your head, but psychologically you feel like I go have this cigarette, I could decompress.
But you're not.
I agree.
Psychologically,
I agree.
what's happening
long-term effects to yourself, long-term damage to yourself. And also, those kids see it. Those kids see it. And you could tell a kid all the time, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. But if they see you do it, they got to be thinking there's some allure to it. And at some point in time, you're really opening yourself up for them up to try it.
When you light a cigarette and smoke it, you're cutting off your blood supply. You're cutting off your oxygen. You're not relaxing your body. So physiologically, to say that it's relaxing you and relieving your stress, it's actually doing the opposite.
Yeah, but again, at face value, people, you tell a smoker that, they don't agree with you. They think that they're getting, that it relieves their stress. But I agree with you. It's terrible for you in all facets. You know, it's especially when you're talking about stress because it increases your blood pressure.
The way I operate is I want to know, tell me why. If you tell me, hey, don't snort rat poison. And I'm like, well, but it tastes really good. It smells good. And it makes me laugh and giggle. But like if you say, no, the reason why you shouldn't sniff rat poison is because it's going to destroy your kidneys and your lungs are you're going to collapse and you're going to die. I'll be like, oh, maybe I don't want my lungs to collapse. So if someone says to me, it's terrible for you, I'm not going to understand that. I need to know why. And the more that I understand what I'm doing to myself, the more I'm going to want to do the right thing.
Well, at Dr. Jessica Mack, I tried every which way to, because she's a friend of yours.
Dr. Jessica Mack, we did her cooking show on her IGTV.
That's right.
She's a neighbor out, Dr. Jessica.
She's a neighbor of a friend of mine. And she's in New York too. I tried every which way to quit: patches, gum, then quit cold turkey. While eliminating triggers like alcohol, certain places. I smoke cigars temporarily. It's not really a question, it's just but that's one thing I definitely will agree with. The triggers are real important. The triggers are real important. If you could cut those out, you know, there were certain things that to me always, they went hand in hand.
Dr. Jessica Mack, she said that I quit. Didn't she say I smoke cigars?
Temporarily.
She said, I can't believe you smoke cigars. I don't smoke cigars. I hate cigars.
Yeah, they're gross.
But no, I mean, I think that she DM'd that, right, Nene? Yeah. So Dr. Mack, no, I was never attracted to cigars, but that's funny hearing that you smoke cigars temporarily or did. You know what? Here's the deal. We're all about everyone has a vice, but the ones that affect your long-term health and being around for everyone, just create a goal for why, a motivation for why to quit. You know, like when it comes to weight loss for me, it's about the fashion. I'm going to love how I look in the clothes that I love to buy. Or like being around for the family. We want to stick around. And if you don't think you're going to care, you are going to care. And if everything that we've learned in the last 2 years, health is wealth, that's the reason why. Is because
a lot of people that had problems with COVID were people that were, obese or people that had respiratory breathing problems. A lot of them were smokers. It's not something that they talked about a lot because, the lobbying arm of the tobacco industry is still one of the most powerful things out there. But a lot of them were smokers, dude. And, you're just not doing yourself any favors. Now with the cost of it, most states, they're real fucking expensive.
But,
it's like paying for someone to shoot at you.
I believe that everything in moderation stands for something, so that when you listen to your body and when you're hurting yourself, if your body is farting and heartburning and belching and low energy, your body is telling you what doesn't feel good. If you climb up a flight of stairs and you're out of breath, you know that your cardiovascular strength is low at the moment. And we should not underestimate our bodies, and we shouldn't underestimate our ability to heal our bodies. And so just, stay tuned in to yourself and have faith in yourself that you can make changes for the better.
And listen, I think that
because when you decided to quit, I did not see it coming.
20 years from now, you're going to see a lot, smoking's going down tremendously. A lot of people are doing the stupid vape now, which that's going to be even worse, I promise you, in the long run. But I hope that our children and our children's children, they're not smoking cigarettes like this anymore, because I think it's a disgusting habit. And I really regret that I ever started it. And but I'm very grateful that I've been able to kick it. And like I said, I will never smoke again for the rest of my life, no matter what. And listen, anybody that decides to use Kerry Gaynor, or if, whatever it is we're not doctors, again, I don't know if he'll work for you. I don't know if, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I just know that you should quit. You know what I mean? I know that you should quit and do whatever you can for you, your family, just to get that habit out of your life.
We are not doctors, and in no way are we speaking about anything other than our opinion and our hopes for everyone to be their healthiest, best version of themselves possible.
Touche.
So now, Tommy, you're going to shout out our fan of the week, who comes from our YouTube page.
Yeah, Justine McDonald.
Shout out Justine McDonald. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for sharing our YouTube page on your socials. And we love to keep it coming. We love to keep it going. We love to keep it going, and to keep these hits on hitting. How do you say? To keep these hits coming? The hits just keep on hitting. I don't know.
Yeah.